Good afternoon, everyone. I am Jenna Lee, the University Registrar. I hope you've enjoyed the slideshow featuring our Pioneer Pride at Texas Women's University. After the ceremony, we invite you to wander around this beautiful campus and snap some photos with your graduate. Today is a day to celebrate and remember. Before we get started, just a quick reminder, please silence your cell phone and any other noisy devices so everyone can enjoy the ceremony without distraction. Also, we do not allow flash photography during the ceremony. Please see the QR code posted throughout the arena and on the screen behind me for your digital program and graduation information. Now, if everyone could please stand and stay standing, we will kick things off with the academic processional, followed by the national anthem and the TWU alma mater. Leading us in song is Ashley Bird-Penoff, a current TWU student. Ashley will be graduating with a degree in music education later today. Congratulations, Ashley, and now let the ceremony begin.
Please join me in singing the national anthem. Please continue standing while we sing the TWU alma mater found on the screen behind me and in your digital program.
Good afternoon, Texas Women's University, class of 2026. I am Corinne Phaeton, your Chancellor and President, and it is my great pleasure to welcome you and your families and those joining us via the live stream to Texas Women's University Spring Commencement. What a remarkable day this is, a day of celebration, reflection, and deep pride for you and for all of us. Today, we honor not only what you have accomplished, but the lives you're already beginning to shape. Hola, muy buenos días, ¿cómo están? Me llamo Corinne Phaeton y tengo el honor de ser su presidenta y rectora, y hoy me da muchísimo gusto estar aquí celebrando con ustedes todo lo que han conseguido y logrado, así que felicidades y ya se pueden sentar. Let's thank Dr. Davis, the TWU Commencement Band, and our singer, Ashley Bird Penno, for starting our ceremony in such an inspiring fashion. This weekend, we celebrate almost 2,500 graduates across campuses in Denton, Dallas, and Houston. Graduates earning degrees in fields that will quite literally shape the future of our communities: nursing, health sciences, education, business, and beyond. Today is not an ending, it is a beginning. And not just any beginning, but one filled with possibility, responsibility, and impact. At Texas Women's University, we speak often about being pioneers, and we mean that very intentionally. A pioneer is not simply someone who goes first. A pioneer is someone who sees what is needed and steps forward anyway. Someone who builds where there is no clear path. Someone who brings others along. That is who you have become. You graduate at a time when the world is asking important questions about technology, about trust, about what it means to be a human in an age of rapid change. Artificial intelligence continues to reshape how we learn, work, and live, but what you have demonstrated here at TWU is something even more important, that innovation must always be guided by purpose. You have learned to not only how to think, but how to care. Not only how to solve problems, but how to ask better questions. That is the kind of leadership that the world needs now. This year, Texas Women's University continues to gain recognition, not simply for who we are, but for the difference that we make. We remain among the top universities in Texas and in North Texas, recognized for how we help students create opportunity and transform their lives. We also continue to grow our research enterprise as an R2 university, expanding discovery in ways that are deeply connected to the real needs of people and communities. At TWU, research is not an aspiration towards something else. It is an expression of who we are, practical, purposeful, and grounded in impact. Across our systems, we are building for the future, expanding programs, strengthening partnerships, and investing in the spaces and opportunities that will serve the next generation of students. And today, you take your place within that future. You now join more than 120,000 living alumni, pioneers who are leading in hospitals, classrooms, businesses, and communities across Texas and around the world. And what connects all of you is not just where you studied, but how you lead. Graduates, as you cross this stage, remember this: your degree is not simply a credential. It is a commitment to use what you have learned in service of something larger than yourself. A commitment to lead with integrity, a commitment to bring both skill and humanity to whatever comes next. As you move forward, carry that pioneer spirit with you. Continue to ask, continue to build, and continue to care. And never forget, you are and always will be Texas Women's pioneers. And we see that difference most clearly in the lives that you are already beginning to shape. So today, I want to highlight a few graduates whose stories reflect the very heart of TWU. As you listen, you may hear a bit of your own story here. Will Justin Fontenot please stand and be recognized? Justin is receiving, no, you can stay standing. Justin is receiving a PhD in nursing science today. He says he chose TWU because of its strong reputation and because of the faculty who have paved the way for nursing science. Justin, who has been a nurse for more than 20 years, is passionate about the profession. In pursuing his PhD, he wanted to make a bigger impact on the future of nursing. After graduation, he will continue in his role as an associate professor in the nursing program at Tulane University School of Medicine. Justin has been a prolific publisher in his time at TWU, publishing nearly 27 papers, primarily editorial pieces and research studies, since fall 2022. He recently accepted a position as a new editor-in-chief at the Journal of Nursing Management and Nursing Open. These publications are ranked 4th and 7th in the general nursing category globally, according to Google Scholar. He also plans to expand upon his dissertation research on confidence building among early career nurses. Justin and his husband Mike have one son, Tyler, and 2 Cocker Spaniels, Evie and Lola. In his spare time, he enjoys gardening, reading, and traveling. Justin, Your commitment to nursing is impressive. Congratulations. Will Samantha Trevino please stand and be recognized? Samantha is receiving a Bachelor of Science in Psychology today. Samantha opted to pursue her degree at TWU because of the university's commitment to supporting diverse populations with inclusivity, collaboration, and compassion. She was inspired to study psychology from her personal experiences and her interactions with children and adolescents. She wants to help create spaces where children feel understood, supported, and safe, especially those who may not have had someone to advocate for them. During her time at TWU, she had the opportunity to work on Dr. Lisa Rosen's research team, gaining hands-on experience working with children and their families. She also presented 2 posters at the Texas Undergraduate Research Conference on research examining adolescents' experience with cyberbullying. Last year, she was awarded the Face of Housing Award for her work as a student assistant for housing and dining, helping students making a smooth transition to college. She will be starting her master's degree studies in school psychology here at TWU in the fall, and she hopes to start her own practice one day and provide help for children and their families. Samantha, your commitment to helping children navigate their way into healthy, productive adulthood is admirable. Congratulations to you. Our next graduate leaves quite a legacy at Texas Women's and has some big shoes to fill. Size 17 EEE shoes, to be precise. Will Yuvia Rojas stand and be recognized? Yuvia is receiving a Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice, but there is a lot that Yuvia has given to the university. You see, Yuvia served as the face of TWU as our beloved barn owl leader, Oakley. As Oakley, she kept us cheering and entertained. She says that serving as Oakley has been one of the greatest blessings in her life. She loves to entertain and make others laugh, and Oakley has allowed her to be the most authentic person she can be. Yuvia is thankful to have given the TWU community so much joy and will miss it terribly. She chose to study criminal justice out of a passion for helping, understanding, and fighting for others. She hopes to pursue a career as a lawyer or mortician in the future. Or, she adds, she would like to join a circus one day. She says she loves clowns and jellyfish. Who knows what she'll be doing? Yuvia, thank you for delivering so much joy and spirit to TWU. Congratulations. We are proud to be recognized as a military-friendly institution. TWU embraces the opportunity to provide programs designed to improve the quality of life for military members and their families. We are committed to serving those who serve our country. I would like to ask any veterans, reservists, or active military personnel among our graduates or in the audience today to please stand so we can thank you for your service. Thank you. Graduates, before we continue, there are people all around this room who share in your accomplishments. You owe a lot to these people. They gave you your life, they inspired you to dream, and they put your dreams within reach. So now I ask all of the graduates to please stand. Go ahead, stand up. Turn around, find your parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, spouses, partners, children, and any others, and give them a round of applause. Thank you. You may be seated. It is always a pleasure to welcome members of our Board of Regents. Please join me in welcoming Regent Ellen Armicon, Regent Bob Hyde, Student Regent David Jennings, and Regent Janelle Shepard. Now I would like to recognize the special people most responsible for the education of our students. Will the members of the faculty who are representing their departmental colleagues and our distinguished emeriti faculty in the audience please stand and be recognized for their superb commitment to the graduates that we honor here today. Thank you. You may be seated. Next, I would like to introduce the academic and administrative leadership of this university. These leaders ensure that we continue to meet the needs of our students and that our compliance and standards are maintained. Please stand when I call your name and your area of leadership, and audience, please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. Provost Angela Bauer, Academic Affairs. Vice Provost Joshua Adams, Student Success. Vice Provost Erica Armstrong, Faculty Affairs. Dean Brandy Foley, Undergraduate Studies. Vice Provost Holly Hanson-Thomas, Research and Sponsored Programs. Dean Carolyn Capinas, Graduate School. Ms. Chris Casquel-Ruiz, Marketing and Communication. Dr. Monica Mendez-Grant, Student Life. Ms. Shannon Mantero, Jane Nelson Institute for Women's Leadership. Ms. Jamie Porter, University Advancement. Vice Provost Beth Reisenweber, Academic Resource Management. Dr. Emarelli Rosa Davila, Faculty Senate. Dean Suzanne Sellers, TWU Libraries. Interim Dean Juliet Spencer, College of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Henry Torres, IT Solutions. Ms. Wandalise Turner, Jane Nelson Institute for Women's Leadership. Dean Stephanie Woods, College of Nursing. Graduates and honored guests are academic leaders and cabinet members.
Good afternoon. I'm Stephanie Woods, Dean of the College of Nursing. Today, it is my indeed pleasure to introduce Dr. Stephen Edgar, the Chief Executive Officer of Medical City Denton. Steve Edgar joined Medical City Denton in 2016 as Chief Executive Officer. During that time, Medical City Denton had received accreditation as a Level 2 trauma center, heightened to Chest Pain Center Level 6 accreditation, and launched a residency program for internal medicine and orthopedic surgery. With an eye toward quality improvement in patient care, Medical City Denton has achieved 12 consecutive periods of leapfrog grade A performance in patient safety. That's a little bit like magna cum laude. Edgar is a 30-year veteran of HCA, starting as a physical therapist in Kansas City, Missouri, with the company. His work experience has included managerial roles in rehabilitation services, health promotion, and graduate medical education before he moved into hospital administration. As he transitioned from patient care, Edgar moved to Wichita, Kansas with HCA to Wesley Medical Center as an associate administrator and then chief operating officer. He was promoted from that role in 2012 with a move as CEO of Wesley's Woodlawn Hospital and ER in Wichita. Edgar holds a bachelor's degree in health science and physical therapy from the University of Missouri and a Master of Public Administration and Health Administration from University of Missouri, Kansas City. He is a fellow of the American College of Healthcare Executives. He is very active in the community and serves on the boards of Denton Economic Developmental Partnership, the Dallas-Fort Worth Hospital Council, and Serve Denton. Please join me in welcoming our speaker, Dr. Stephen Edgar.
Okay, so full transparency, Chancellor Phaeton said, you know that podium lowers whenever you go up there. So, thank you. And then she said, and you probably will want to adjust the microphone because where it is for me, they won't hear you. So, thank you. It's a good start. Hey, thanks so much, and good afternoon. And I would just echo congratulations to everyone involved in graduation and the graduates themselves today. And for our nursing graduates, happy Nurses Week. Any other nurses? First of all, I'm not a doctor. I want to correct that. I actually got my physical therapy degree back when it was a bachelor's degree. That's how old I am. And so whenever we were putting on the gowns, I was offered a cap, and I said, yeah, because that's about the size of my bald spot, so that would be great. And then sure enough, I have to turn around and take off my cap for the national anthem. And well, there that goes, so back to it. As we were standing in line, one of the regents said, so have you done this before? Have you done a commencement address? And I said, no, I haven't. And she paused and kind of nodded, and she said, I'll give you a nudge if you need to wrap it up. So, thank you. And she's standing right behind me. So if I feel a boot and you notice me thrust forward, I'll know it's time to wrap. So how did I get here, actually? I got a call several months ago from one of our board of trustees for the hospital, and she said, on May 8th, what are you doing over the noon hour? And this is one of my favorite trustees. I love all my trustees, but this is one of my favorite. And I looked at my calendar, and I thought, well, she probably wants to go to lunch or something. This will be great. She's a singer. Maybe I can go watch her perform. And I said, I'm open. What do you want to do? And she said, no, you're not anymore. You're going to be addressing the graduates of TWU over the noon hour. So, lesson learned. That's how I got here. What a wonderful accomplishment y'all are celebrating today. And as was shared, I'm a physical therapist and loved my clinical career. It really still continues to be some of the highlight moments of my life. But I'm going to actually emphasize, I have 3 sisters that are also in healthcare, 1 pharmacist and 2 nurses. And I just want to share with you the different roads that they took. And I think that maybe sometimes this is represented in this building and maybe some of our graduates. My younger sister came out of high school, knew what she wanted to do. She was called to nursing, and she went straight into nursing school out of high school. My older sisters, whenever they got out of high school, decided to start families. And so they spent their early adulthood raising a family, working a variety of jobs, getting great experiences. But at some point, they decided there's this thing that keeps coming at me, this calling that keeps coming at me. And ultimately, they answered it. For one, it was being a nurse, and for the other, it was continuing as a pharmacist. I guess somebody likes a pharmacist. There you go. I guess the key there is there are callings. All of you as graduates have answered that, and congratulations for answering the call. Those are going to continue to come. For some of you, it's going to be a one call, yes, this is what I'm going to do, and you're going to pursue it. For some, it's also going to be not quite right yet. And then the call will come again, and that is going to get a tighter time frame. Not quite yet, but ultimately answer the call. That's my petition to you. You have worked to really arm yourself with one of the biggest differentiators in your life. That is getting an education. And education allows you to equalize so many other things that may not be in your balance. But an education gets you started into all of those other opportunities. And what an education you've armed yourself with. As graduates from TWU, you've so many different avenues available to your careers. I'm going to speak specifically to the nursing graduates. You know, at my hospital, Medical City Denton, I asked our HR VP, how many positions do we have, unique positions, job titles, that require a nurse license? 41. 41 different positions that require a nursing license just in my hospital. You multiply that and you start to appreciate all the other opportunities that we have. For myself, whenever I went to physical therapy school, you could work in a hospital, you could work in an outpatient clinic. Now, those PT roles have expanded into education. You can work in the elementary school system, home health, You can work on the insurance side of things, establish your own business, work on the IT software design. You can work in construction consultation. You can be an entrepreneur and offer your services to others, maybe on the construction side. I came up with all of those options without even doing a Google search on physical therapy role opportunities. It's not unique to physical therapy. Social work and psychology are seeing more and more roles added every year where their unique background education is sought for its insights. The same applies for sociology, history, the visual arts. The opportunities are not exclusive to what we may have considered traditional roles for each of those graduation degrees, but now we have the opportunity, and I challenge you to see where those other areas are that you can apply what you have learned and the experiences that you're going to gain because of your degree. You are a college graduate. Find what allows you to fulfill your personal why. That may be employment directly right now. After graduation, you may be starting your job in the next month, or it might be you've put yourself in an even better position to apply for school to continue toward your ultimate career. Yours is not just the future, yours is the now. So you've prepared for success. Much as you have chosen TWU for your degree, you'll be making career choices on where to decide to work. And I'd offer this up to you. Regardless of your degree, regardless of where you decide to work, you have the power, and I would say the responsibility, to bring light, hope, and compassion into that workspace. You have the ability to lift the spirits not only of those who you've been trusted to work with as customers or patients, but also those who work around you and with you. You have that decision. When you are starting your shift or a meeting or a review, you decide how that time is going to be experienced. We all know that to be true, right? Don't you have that professor whose class, she just brought it a little bit differently, and for that reason, that was the class you would not miss. Or a classmate that you saw in the hallway, and just by seeing them, you knew my day just got better. It's the same in the workplace. Whenever I go into the hospital, the first thing I get to do is visit the OR, and the board runner comes, kind of gives me a review of the cases that we have, how she staffed it, what the doctors are going to need, and what our day is looking like. She brings incredible competence and insight, but what she really brings is an engagement. She engages her coworkers, the surgeons, and she works to get their day started right. And you know what? When I walk away from Ginger in those conversations, I know that I need to elevate my day, and make it better as well. I want to match her expectation for the day that we have both been given. If I ask you, is there someone in your life that has done that for you during your college years? Is there a face that pops into your mind whenever you say, that person was there and really encouraged me? What a great day today is to reach out to them and to share with them, today I graduated, and I want to thank you for continuing to encourage me. We orient our new colleagues every Monday at Medical City Denton, and I get to welcome them. And I share with them that I'm happy they chose to start their careers with us, but I'm also particularly thankful to them that as we get further from the years of the pandemic, I want to remember those years. For me, in my work life, the darkest years of my work career. But you know what? During that time, I had the opportunity to see clinicians, nurses, vendors who still stepped forward because our community and our patients needed us. And they did so with brightness and with bravery. For many people during the pandemic, and perhaps there are some on the stage or in the audience, you had to make the same decision to go in to work because your community needed you. That was the case with my 3 sisters. My little sister had actually stepped away from nursing at that time and was working with her husband in their family business, and she decided the community needed her, and she went back into a nursing position. My older sisters actually turned 65 during the pandemic, and they could have retired, but their communities in north central Missouri needed them, and so they continued to answer that call. So I thank you for pursuing your career choice, or knowing that your next step is an advanced degree to get to that called position. The communities that you decide to call home need you, and they need your commitment, your engagement, and your voice as well. You know, when I was younger, I used to share with my coworkers at the hospital, I want you to be so successful in your career. Now, whenever I visit with new colleagues, I say, I need you to be successful, because when I take off this cap, I got a bald spot. I'm entering the years where I have increasing needs for people to take care of me. So I'm saying this to all of you, I need you to be successful in your careers. So remember this. Remember, you can bring light, joy, and compassion. Remember that your community needs your involvement and your commitment. Remember that I need you to be successful. Am I saying that too often? I need you to be successful. And maybe most importantly, if you get a call from one of your trustees, ask them what exactly they are asking you to do before you tell them that you're available. Y'all, what a wonderful day. Congratulations. Thank you for allowing me to share a bit of time with you. May you be blessed on this journey that you're starting. And if any of you happen to be starting that journey at Medical City Denton, well, you get to hear this greeting all over again. Congratulations. Again, thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Edgar, for your inspiring words and your humor, of course. Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Angela Bauer, Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost here at Texas Women's University. And it is my distinct honor to lead the deans of the colleges, schools, and libraries, the vice provosts, and the faculty in their respective missions, teaching and learning, scholarship and creative expression, and student success here at TWU. On behalf of Academic Affairs, I welcome you to this commencement ceremony. In the 7 commencement ceremonies we are hosting this week, we award degrees to both May graduates and those who will complete their degrees in August. Announcing the names of our candidates today will be Dr. Holly Hanson-Thomas, Vice Provost for Research, Innovation, and Corporate Engagement. And she will be assisted by Ms. Wandelise Turner, Director of Community Relations for the Jane Nelson Institute for Women's Leadership. Before we award bachelor's degrees, we will recognize 3 groups of baccalaureate students graduating with highest honors. As our students cross the stage today, you will hear the academic distinctions of cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude announced for graduates who have earned those honors. The highest possible grade point average at TWU is 4.0, and these students will be recognized for their outstanding academic performance as demonstrated by their grade point averages. At Texas Women's University, to graduate cum laude, the student's GPA must be between 3.5 and 3.699. As a system, we are graduating 231 of those students this May. Would those baccalaureate graduates who are graduating cum laude please stand and be recognized? Congratulations to all of you. You may be seated. To graduate magna cum laude, the grade point requirement is between 3.7 and 3.899.
Texas Women's University has 211 students in this category for the Spring 2026 Commencement Ceremony. Would those baccalaureate graduates who are receiving the magna cum laude designation today please stand and be recognized? Well done, thank you. You may be seated. And finally, summa cum laude, the highest distinction. The student GPA must fall between 3.9 and 4.0. TWU is proud to graduate 126 summa cum laude students this week. Would those graduates in this ceremony who are graduating summa cum laude please stand and be recognized? Well done. Congratulations to all of you. Chancellor Phaeton, it is time for degrees to be awarded.
Well, are you ready to graduate?
Good afternoon. I'm Juliet Spencer, Interim Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. In this ceremony, we are awarding degrees to students from the College of Arts and Sciences and the College of Nursing. At this time, we will confer baccalaureate degrees. Will all of the candidates for the bachelor's degree please rise and remain standing? Chancellor Phaeton, I am pleased to inform you that the faculty of the university has recommended that the candidates who have met all the requirements for their respective bachelor's degrees be granted the degree each is seeking.
On behalf of the state of Texas and under the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, acting upon the recommendations of the faculty as conveyed by the deans, I now confer upon those of you who have met the graduation requirements the baccalaureate degree for which you have been certified. Congratulations. I now invite the graduate to move the tassel on your mortarboard from right to left to signify that you have graduated. And will the graduates now come forward so we can present each of you with a certificate? The first candidates coming forward are graduates of the Honors Scholar Program. This is a rigorous 4-year program that is one of the most selective and diverse in Texas. Candidates will receive both a medallion and a certificate from Dr. Joshua Adams, Vice Provost for Student Success, and Dr. Brandy Foley, Dean of Undergraduate Studies.
These are the candidates from the Honors Scholar Program. Carly Madison Bell, summa cum laude. Rory I. Gullion, daughter of Dr. Jessica Gullion, is graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree. Jemiah E. Lasher is graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree, summa cum laude. Dariona Stockman is graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree, summa cum laude. Kinsley Jade West is graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree, summa cum laude. These are the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree. Piper Katie Bulott. Cassidy Shane Prado. Naya Venus Westbrooks, cum laude. These are the candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree. Anel Alvarado. Paige Brianna Bluge, magna cum laude. Minerva Elizabeth Castro, magna cum laude. Diane K. Cox, summa cum laude. Alexis McKinsey Dean, summa cum laude. Taylor Alexandra Durbin, magna cum laude. Serena Faith. Katie Isabella Fisher. Giles. Chelsea Madison Giles. Emma G. Harrison. Kerrigan Nicole Hudspeth. Anais Julia Yaquez. Wait. Simon Lentajo. Abigail Christine Lorenz, magna cum laude. Molly Ann Patrick, summa cum laude. Esther Alejandra Ponce. Emily Gail Pry. Nina N. Reynolds, cum laude. Adamari Rios Luna. Alex Ryan Salvador, magna cum laude. Tatiana Sonrisa Scott, summa cum laude. Cynthia Simon. Jessie Alejandra Santillan. Lydia Elvira Valle, magna cum laude. Lisbeth Bialpando, magna cum laude. Maria Adwad Abala. These are the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree. Maria Awad Abdallah. Heidi Marisol Acosta. Alexia Giselle Adalaba. Peyton Jean Allen. Samantha Isabel Alfaro, magna cum laude. Kristen May Anderson. Ariana Andreco. Kelly Lisbeth Arce. Camila Noemi Arevalo Linares. Brenda Azucena Ayala. Avery D. Balderas. Jessica J. Bastida. Grace L. Booker. Caitlin Savannah Joy Bright. Taylor Janice Brown. Arleth Yamilet Casillas. Jennifer Marie Castillo. Magali Guadalupe Castillo Nicholas. Alana Ray Carranza. Vanessa Carrillo. Abigail Dawn Chambliss. Anya Stefania Chapa. Sharon Chiedza Chizungu. Snigdha Chilakapati. Tiana Chantel Clark. Brittany Collins. Viviana Isabella Cruz. Charles Michael Culbertson. Kamora Caitlin Denise Culpepper. Brianna Elise Daly. Tia Deneen Davis. Luz Lisbeth del Ángel. Taylor Cassandra de Leon. Crystalline A. Dilly. Victoria Alexander Dreiss. Okay. Jemiah Irvette Dye. Jessica Dysert, summa cum laude. Anna Elizabeth Eastep. Emily Elizabeth Edwards. Sebastian Escamilla. Brianna L. Ezel. Diana Yuridia Farfan. Janessa Nevea Fernandez. Lauren Olivia Franklin. Angela Elizabeth Garcia. Genesis Garcia. Madeline Faith Gibson. Alondra Gomez. Gabriela Gonzalez. Cassandra? Not Renee. Cassandra Gilliland. Veronica Gonzalez. Reese Ashford Goodgame. Areli Guardiola. Ida Hafsi. Jenna Ida Hafsi. Hanslip. Sarai Ruth Hanslip. Mackenzie Olivia Heiser. Danielle or Daniel? Okay. Daniel Alejandro Hernandez. Mallory Marie Hoots. Jordan May Horlick. Ashley Grace Horn. Brianna Simone Aderonca Ibiloye Turner. Beyonce Aaliyah Johnson. Kelts. Matthew Henry Kelts. Brienne. Jasmine Brienne Kemp. Marissa Nicole Kempthorne, magna cum laude. Okay. Sophia Rose Kimball. Isabel Dolores. Okay. Isabel Dolores Lázaro. Aide. Okay. Ledesma. Melanie Aide Ledesma. Raquel Rashay Lewis. Jennifer Lopez, magna cum laude. Jocelyn Elizabeth Lopez. Jada Nicole Love. Alexis Marie Lozano. Juliana Beatriz Luna. Stephanie Denise Lusk. Jessica Lisette Maldonado. Joyanna Cristina Martinez. Shaylin Renee Meeks. Brianna Mercedes Mejia. Zoe Moore. Kimberly Moreno Tomei. Alyssa Jordan Morris. Desiree Marie Munoz. Daniela Navarrete. Caitlin Hun Win. Emma Jean Olzanowski. Luisa Emily Palacios. Estela María Paredes. Faith Jolie Pérez. Paula Rosa Peña. Sam, hi, how are you? Sean Nathan Pham. Maria Kim Pham. Breck M. Phelps. Kira Phillips. Pontius. Michaela Brooke Pontius. Sorry? JC Caroline. JC Caroline Porte. Kyla N. Pryor. Abigail Anaí Quiñones. India Alexis Rainwater. Dulce Lucero Ramírez. Eloisa Ramírez Rico. Lluvia Rojas. Madison Diane Rosa. Nabila Sada Rashid. Kelsey Elise Reed. Ashley Elizabeth Reyes. Dianisha Luciana Robinson. Alessandra P. Sages. Sabitra Sarangoti. Okay, Magna? Okay. Hannah Mohammed, magna cum laude. Kelsey Shonk. Carrie Ellen Slaughter. Tanya Gail Souther. Brooke Sloan. Morgan Mackenzie Sweat. Ayla Starr Thomas. Samantha Marie Trevino. Stephanie Treviso. Braden Cameron Vallejo. Angie Lee Vasquez Castillo. Shaden Amiel Vega. Monique Victor. Caitlin Nicole Villalpando. Alexandra Kimberly Walker. Maya Laurie Watson. Christina Marie Watson. Hope Elizabeth Wooten. Karen Suzette Yanes. These are the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree. Whitney Ballard, cum laude. Blake M. Cook, cum laude. Cindy Garcia, cum laude. Michelle Ramirez. Danielle Joanne Salinas. Charlene Williams. These are the candidates for the Bachelor of Social Work degree. Michelle Alani Aguilar. Tatiana Janine Beverly. McKinley Ruth Brown. Emily Lisbeth Bueno Diaz. Kristen Jade Carpenter. Maisie Omari Cervantes Perez. Nicole J. Chrisman. Iviana Venice Curtis. Loraya Deshay Dunn. Priscilla Sarai Garcia. Fatima Jaime. Stephanie Sunil Madhuparambatu. Lee Ari Martinez. Decca Mohammed, cum laude. Zoe Elena Moore. Yesenia M. Gonzalez Gaitán. Evelyn Najera. Randa Filippo. Ashley Giselle Ojeda, magna cum laude. Precious Olainka. Brenda Adriana Palacios, summa cum laude. Carla Yadiris Peña Rodriguez. Victoria Andres Rockwell. Nurul Haka Siddiqui.
Good afternoon. I'm Carolyn Capinas, Dean of the Graduate School. Graduate students represent 1/3 of the Texas Women's student body with over 5,300 master's, specialists, and doctoral students studying in a variety of programs. We will now award master's and specialist degrees. Will all of the candidates for master's degrees and specialist degrees please rise and remain standing? Chancellor Phaeton, the graduate faculty of the university has recommended that the candidates who have met all of the requirements for their respective master's and specialist degrees be granted these degrees.
On behalf of the state of Texas and under the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, acting upon the recommendations of the graduate faculty as conveyed by the Dean of the Graduate School, I now confer upon those of you who have met the graduation requirements the master's degree for which you have been certified. Congratulations. Will the graduates now come forward so we can present each of you with a certificate?
These are the candidates for the Master of Arts degree. Caitlin Elise Absalom. Ashley Brianne Clayton. Christina Keddington Draper. Taylor Diane Hilly Carroll. Naike In Kasongo. Maritza Marquez. Desiree Leilani Manriquez. Marcy Lynn McDowell. Bahia Hao Ramirez. Ildefonso Jorge Sanchez. Mercedes Lee Whitney. These are the candidates for the Masters of Fine Arts degree. Sharonsa Monique Pinson. Susan Diane Seaborn. These are the candidates for the Master of Science degree. Brianna L. Locke. Jordan Renee Stocks Jones. Tiffany Lynn Turner. These are the candidates for the Master of Science in Nursing degree. Princey Ajesh. Sade Michelle Anderson. Okay. Brittany Shea Antillon. Theophilia Asedu Okine. Hannah Bahrak. Deirdre Ann Ballard. Elizabeth Bounds Berra. Okay. Destiny Michelle Bravenik. Rachel Nicole Carson. Sarah Ann Chavez. Haley L. Cooper. Madison Savar. Portia Datcher. Okay. Portia L. Datcher. Amanda Leah Davis. Alicia Deffel. Okay. Alicia E. Deffel. Giovanelli. Okay. Anna Giovanelli Devlin. Chandani Dungana. Clairvante Exume. Christine Ashley Lipumano Felarca. Tabitha Ann Ford. Cy Colin Freeman. Kaylee Nicole Folk. Andrea Garcia. Kaylee Garcia. Gerlich? Haley Nicole Gerlich. Oh. Kara Diane Goss. Caitlin Goodman. Okay, Caleb. Sagan Tawelde Caleb. Asmita Gawali. Noreen M. Hassam. Katie Suzanne Hines. Autumn M. Kapinkin. Seyonko. Sarah Christine Kirschner. Okay. Kaya Krause. Deneen Linky. Mangal. Alyssa Acomer Mangal. Thessalonica. Thessalonica K. Markham. Jessica Nicole Martin. Courtney Camille Mason. Erin Page Merritt. Misty Michelle Moody. Kimberlyn Moore. Rachana Nepal. Crystal K. Newsom. Leslie Elaine Oates. Deborah Temitope Omirin. Valeria Lee Ovalles Moncada. Thanks. Emily Nicole Reinert. Betsy Reveles. Samantha Ray Robinson. Ashley Lavender Rice. Evelyn Nicole Rogers. Jillian Emily Russell. Sabita Sabkota Sharma. Megan Lewis. Haley E. Sebastian. Kimberly Ann Sheehan. Heather L. Smith. Daly Shaden Robertson Sosak. Stephanie Michelle Thompson. Kayla Russell Urbino. Yesenia Villarreal. Deja Lee Yvette Washington. Nicole Elise Wright. Angeline Rochelle Yoakley. Okay. These are the candidates for the Master of Social Work degree. Allie Grace Bluttel. Jemiah Zane Bogus. Giovanni Ulises Castro. Edith Cruz. Lauren Elise Cunningham. To Erin Nashe Geiger. Erica L. Isabel. Alice Lilith Johansson Galuzzi. Anu Lal. Hope Lalowick. Cecia Lopez. Lauren Angelica Lucio. Carlene Marquis. Melody Marie Montemayor. Alejandra Mariel Muñoz. Kiasha Naidu. Foloshade Atinuke Okanalowan. Deja Janae Ramsey. Julian Javier Rivera. Victoria Schaefer. Lauren Jo Smith. These are the candidates for the Specialist in School Psychology degree. Ashari L. Edwards. Sehar Jamil. Okay. Giselle Mendoza. Diana Margarita Padilla Reza. Miranda R. Thomas. Angelica Vega.
We will now award Doctor of Philosophy degrees, the highest degrees awarded by the university. These graduates have not only mastered their fields, but have expanded human knowledge through years of rigorous, original research. Their achievement represents the pinnacle of academic dedication and a lifelong commitment to discovery. The major professors for each PhD candidate who have guided the graduates through their doctoral programs and their dissertation research projects will join me in hooding the PhD candidates. Will the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy degree please rise and remain standing? Chancellor Phaeton, the graduate faculty of the university has recommended that the candidates who have met all of the requirements for the Doctor of Philosophy degree be granted this degree.
On behalf of the state of Texas and under the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, acting upon the recommendations of the graduate faculty as conveyed by the Dean of the Graduate School, I now confer upon those of you who have met the graduation requirements the Doctor of Philosophy for which you have been certified. Congratulations. Will the graduates now come forward so we can present each of you with a certificate?
These are the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy degree. Dr. Angela Renee McClure, a Doctor of Philosophy in Nursing Science, and her major professor is Dr. Chanam Shin. Dr. Erica Denise Agudo, her major will be a Doctor of Philosophy in Nursing Science, and her major professor is Dr. Wyona Freistingson. Dr. Justin Kyle Fontenot will graduate with a Doctor of Philosophy and Nursing Science, and his major professor is Dr. Fuchin Liu. Thanks. Dr. Kristen Meister Davis will graduate with a Doctor of Philosophy and Nursing Science. Her major professor is Dr. Fuchin Liu. Dr. Ankita Tucker will graduate with a Doctor of Philosophy in Nursing Science, and her major professor is Dr. Fuchin Liu. Dr. Erica Houston Brown is graduating with a Doctor of Philosophy in Sociology, and her major professor is Dr. James Williams. Dr. Noe Leal Jr. will graduate with a Doctor of Philosophy in Sociology, and his major professor is Dr. James Williams.
Graduates, let me be the first to congratulate you and welcome you as alumni into the network of TWU graduates. My name is Wandalise Turner, and I serve as Director of Community Relations for the Jane Nelson Institute for Women's Leadership, and also a proud TWU alumna. By earning your TWU degrees, we join more than 120,000 TWU graduates in Texas and beyond. On your chair today was a card containing a lapel pin for you to proudly wear so that your credentials can be recognized and you can start today to be an ambassador for TWU. We also hope you will post your graduation photos to social media and include the hashtag TWU Grad26. That's hashtag TWU Grad26 so that everyone in the TWU family can share in your achievement and excitement. Some of you have already participated in a TWU tradition by donating to the Senior Giving Challenge. You made your first gift to the university in an amount greater than or equal to your graduation year, $20.26, and you are wearing your maroon and gold honor cords today to show that designation. Already, over 238 members of the class of 2026 have contributed more than $4,500, paying it forward to future Texas Women's Alumni Scholarship gifts. Again, congratulations to the class of 2026.
We now come to the close of the ceremony, the final moments in your journey at Texas Women's University. We are proud that we have helped to prepare you to take on the unlimited opportunities that life will provide. And we hope that wherever you go and whatever you do, that you will remember your TWU experience as a special time in your life and remain connected to the university. In a few minutes, when we conclude, the marshals will lead the platform party, the faculty, and the students from the room to the song Daughters of Texas, a special march composed by John Philip Sousa as a gift to the students of Texas Women's University in 1929. During this time, I ask the audience to please remain standing until all have left. Our graduates will process out the doors to my right and meet their family and friends outside for photos and congratulations. And now, I ask of you, as your very first act as alumni of Texas Women's University, to rise together and sing to the Texas Women's University, found on the screen and in your digital commencement program. And audience, please stand as we sing. Congratulations, class of 2026.